I conceived an exhibition called the Haptic Eye. This first part of the Haptic Eye is called The Eyes of the Skin. And this exhibition is an attempt, as it were, to make us aware of those other sensory qualities that we're not allowed to utilize in this time of COVID, namely touch, taste, smell. These are becoming, as it were, socially distanced. This is a work by Ritzi and Peter Jacobi. It's a very heavy work in weight, but as you come close to it, you see each, rather like, I don't know if you remember your grandmother's bobbins, the whole notion of sewing and this culture, but you'll see each element, it shows wrapped threads around a sort of a coarse fabric material, and then it's built up layer after layer after layer. But it's an extraordinarily beautiful accomplishment, and no doubt took a great deal of time to produce. Hapticity, or the sense of touch, has a long history in art. If you think about art making in general, you know, it's the touch of the artist, whether it's a paintbrush, whether it's a bobbin, whether it's whatever sculptural tool. Touch is absolutely integral to artistic production. But it's often distanced by sculpture and paintings because they are flat on the wall. These materials, of course, give you a really immediate presence of the haptic aspect of creativity, the touch that is involved. In a painting, it might be the gesture of the artist that you acknowledge. And indeed, how we separate one painter from another is on the basis of their marks. But this is similar here. The language of weaving, the language of textures, the language of wall hangings equally have their own originality, but in a very different respect. So this focusing on touch and visuality and the assimilation is what holds these artists together. And each of the works uses materials that are natural and organic materials, nothing synthetic, no plastics, and counter to the conventions of art that is about solid objects and things. You can call them soft sculpture, you can call them wall hangings, you can call them many things, but they have these qualities that seem to me vitally important to us today, this malleability quality, that they can be manipulated. You can feel the dexterity of the fingers and the hands present in the work. They have the pliability, that means that you can shape them into different, present them in different configurations sometimes. And place them. They have a foldability quality. All these are qualities. I want to stress that. Qualities. So I'm not putting an art historical slant on this as seeing them as purely sculpture in an expanded field, but focusing on what seems to me very relevant today, the revival of phenomenology. A long philosophical word, but it really means the immediacy of sense experience. Phenomena, and these works are all phenomenal in the most literal sense.